The Hair Recommendation Lab, leveraging science's moment to sell shampoo. It isn't very clear how one would go about scientifically choosing a hair product. You're often making the decision based on packaging or claims that are of uncertain value. What does it mean if something has argan oil? I have no idea. So it's often difficult to determine what option is best for your own hair. The solution to this uncertainty is something that has become very prominent in our culture: laboratory testing. The customer would send a sample of their hair and follicles to a lab for analysis, in the same way that one would send a test for COVID-19. The lab would analyze the sample and determine what products P&G produces would best meet their needs. That information would then be made available to the customer in an online report, along with their specific product recommendations from P&G. The Hair Lab is looking for things that could help influence what recommendation is provided to the customer. Things such as the moisture content of the hair and whether it needs help retaining moisture so it's nice and bouncy. Or also things like strength. Is the hair currently strong as is, or is it in need of repair? Scalp type also matters. Some people have very oily scalps, some people have dry. This will influence the product recommendation as well. The business and operational model would be very similar to existing laboratory testing startups. For starters, the customer would pay a fee directly for the laboratory testing. Because customers are already used to the idea of paying for this testing, I don't think many will have an issue paying $50 to $100 to see what kind of shampoo is perfect for their own hair. However, that is not the primary reason to do this. You want to make it so that you are selling directly to the customer, so that you own the customer, and therefore you can also analyze when a customer leaves and thus determine what it is might have caused them to leave the product, instead of learning several months later when aggregate sales are down, but you don't know specifically which people departed to other products or just started ordering shampoo. So this is firstly a play on testing, and then secondly, it is a play on data. This concept is uniquely suited for this moment. Testing and science are having a profound impact on our society with the current COVID-19 pandemic. People have heard about testing a lot, and a lot of them want it, and a lot of them trust it. So to bring this to market, all you have to do is print information about the test on the side of your existing shampoo packaging, and use digital ads to encourage people to order the kit online, the same way that 23andMe does. There is currently a strong focus on how science can be used to impact health, and particularly how scientific testing can be used to impact health. And if you move quickly, you can take advantage of this trend. My 1-minute argument for this concept is this. 1. Customers already trust this concept. They trust testing and science to improve their lives. Second, P&G can leverage its existing research on hair. You've undoubtedly already done a ton of research on what shampoos work for which hairs. Just share that knowledge more widely. 3. You've already done this kind of analysis. There's not much more to do. 4. This concept is cheap. It's not a $1 million investment in technology. It's just a matter of setting up logistics and a testing lab. 5. This concept locks in customers. People need to be willing to leave the psychological safety net of testing. 6. It leverages the trending trust in science and testing to solve our problems. Obviously, it's not trusted in all locales, but as a general rule, it is trusted throughout the world.